Today we're going to find out who makes the best S-type guitar, and we're going to be rating them on tone, playability and looks. Hey guitarists, welcome back to Squealing Pig Guitars, the home of luxury shred machines here in Nottingham, England. Today we're going to be comparing 3 S-type guitars and determine which one wins. We're playing a guitar from Sur Custom, Fender Custom Shop and Tom Anderson. So we're going to start off with the old school kind of vintage classic, the Fender Stratocaster. So here's guitar number 1. This is the traditional Fender Stratocaster, and obviously the king of the S-type guitars. In terms of this particular model, this is made in the Custom Shop in Corona, California, and it's spec'd after a 1961 Fender Stratocaster. I really like this colour. It's like a shell pink, and it's a heavy aged guitar, so you can see there's a lot of buckle rash, some nice kind of sanded down areas to bare wood. The neck is also completely sanded down, which I think is really good for playability. In terms of some individual specs, we have a older body. We have a maple neck on this one, and that's a 60s oval C carve. We have a lovely kind of slab board of rosewood. I was just checking there, you can always tell by looking at the bottom of the heel joint whether it's a slab or a veneer board. I really like the Spursel tuners on this. It gives it a bit of a John Mayer vibe with the pearl tips. We then have a tortoiseshell guard, which is 3 ply. For me, the 60s Strat is my personal favourite spec for a Stratocaster. I prefer it to the 50s, mainly because of the rosewood fingerboard and the aesthetics of the 3 ply guard and the voicing of the pickups. In terms of electronics, we've got 3 hand-wound 60s Strat pickups with 1 volume, 2 tones, and a 5-way switch, as you would expect from a Stratocaster. We have the kind of standard 6-point Fender Strat tremolo. The serial number of this one is R118273. This one's from 2022, so it's fairly new, and it comes with the case and all the case cams. So let's hear how it sounds.
Player 1.
So here we have the Sur Modern guitar. I really enjoyed playing this one. Just look at that neck, absolutely stunning. And this is from the Sur Custom range, so this is made in California. As you can see, it's a modern guitar. So basically it's a Strat style shape, but obviously with a few more contours that make it a little bit more of a modern twist on a Strat. I really like these recessed heels with the bolts here. But let's go over some specs. In terms of construction, we have a genuine 2-piece mahogany back with a nice kind of cherry brown dye on it. And then on the top we have a 2-piece quilt maple top in this island burst, which is kind of like a mix of green, blue, and almost like a natural in the middle. On the neck we have a 1-piece of Pal Ferro. Absolutely gorgeous piece of wood. You can see all the streaking in here. I'll make sure to get some nice close-ups. But this is finished in a kind of slightly oiled finish, so you can feel the grain of the wood, and it's very easy to get about. I love 1-piece necks. I think they have a really nice aesthetic to them. These have the kind of clay dots as well. The neck shape is what Sur call a modern elliptical, which basically means it goes from a 0.8 inch width to 0.85 width, so it basically gets thicker as you go for the lead lines. We have a tusk nut on this one, and we have Sur locking tuners. You can see you just lock here, and they're nice and chrome, looking very sparkly. You've got the Sur logo down here. In terms of electronics, we have 2 humbuckers and a single coil, but you can split them humbuckers down. So in the demo, I was largely using the kind of coil split to obviously keep up with the Strat. In terms of pickups, we have an SSV Zebra pickup here. The middle pickup is a V60 LP single coil, and in the bridge we have an SSH Plus. And these pickups sound amazing, especially for more fusion styles. Obviously, a big influence of mine is Guthrie Govan, and he was well known for using a Sur for a long time in his career, and he used a very similar guitar to this. In terms of a bridge, we have a Goto 510 bridge with the recessed saddles, very, very comfortable and stayed in tune nicely. So let's hear what this guitar can do in the isolated tone demo. So here's the Tom Anson Drop Top Classic. For the eagle-eyed upon you, you'll see that it's missing a D string, and that's completely my fault. I accidentally snapped a string during the filming of this video, and unfortunately we don't have any strings here at the film studio. So you'll just have to deal with 1 string less, but rest assured it will definitely be set up with all 6 strings before it ships out. Tom Anson are a really cool builder, again made in California. Very interesting guitars, very unique, kind of based off Fender and Gibson styles, but have a lot of cool features. So this is what they call their Drop Top Classic. It looks very similar to the Sur Modern and kind of has some of that Stratocaster DNA in there, more of a super Strat. I have a rosewood fingerboard on a maple neck, which is kind of in this like satin finish. The neck is an even taper, which is what they call it, and we have the Bus Felton tuning system. So we've got Goto tuners, and then we've got the Charla Floyd Rose, and we have a pearl white pick guard, which on the spec sheet says off-white, so I presume it's supposed to be a little bit aged. In terms of pickups, we have a In terms of pickups, you have a H1 in the neck, an SF2 in the middle, and a H2 Plus in the bridge. And we have a 5-way selector switch with a coil split with the little mini switch down there. This is a really cool guitar. It stayed in tune really nicely, and the main reason I actually broke the D string was when I was tuning down and I didn't loosen the strings down. But I don't normally play Floyd Roses that much, as you can tell by the string breakage. But I did find this guitar very comfortable. The neck shape is a little bit too thin for me, but it did keep up well with the other guitars. So let's hear what this guitar can do in the isolated demo. So here are some of my final thoughts on these guitars. So obviously all of them are beautiful guitars. In terms of the one that I prefer the most, it was the Sur Modern, and for these following reasons. I preferred the wood construction and the look of the Sur. It looks amazing. The playability was on top form. It had a high enough action for me personally and a thick enough neck to get along with, and I really like the switching system with the humbuckers and the coil split options. This is not to say that the other two guitars were good choices, it's just personally I'm not a big fan of Floyd Roses, the Tom Anson out of Floyd Rose, and I'm not a big fan of that kind of flat top Strat with a pick guard on it. It doesn't work with my type of playing. But that being said, that guitar did sound really good and it did keep up nicely in the tone demo, and also I really like the finish. It's just different horses for different causes, you know what I mean? Obviously I love the Fender Strat, and especially a 60 Strat I have to love. In terms of playability, that Fender Strat is amazing. It plays lovely, it's got a nice thick neck on it, it was intonated very well, and the tones are amazing for cleaner stuff. But personally I'm not a big fan of that kind of more rocky sound on a Strat. I prefer the more chilled back neo soul sound that you can get with a Strat. So that's why I prefer the Sur Modern. I thought it was a bit like a Swiss Army knife. It could do everything. It played the distortion tones really nicely, but it also kept up on the clean demo, and I think it just looks amazing. I love that island burst. But most importantly, let me know in the comment section below what you think of these three guitars. Which ones did you prefer, and which ones did you think sounded the best? Let us know. But thank you so much for watching these videos, guys. We really, really appreciate it. And if you have any requests for any guitars that are on our website, then just leave them down below and we'll get to them in a video soon. But thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Keep rocking. See you soon.